Baby. We go, baby.
And they definitely playing that Drizzy Drake everywhere.
I know. I don't hear no bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. The kind of shit on you wouldn't understand. I don't hear that played nowhere.
Somebody mama still play.
Oh, we briefly didn't talk about it, but how was your 4th?
Peaceful. In the house.
What?
Yeah. I didn't do anything at all. I don't celebrate the 4th. I haven't for the last few years. I'm more of a Juneteenth girl. Mm-hmm. If you get it, you get it.
I don't think, you want to be honest, I don't think no black people really celebrate the 4th. We just happy to get together and grill and eat. Cause
I mean, we can rebrand it. We can rebrand it for sure.
Because I didn't have on red, white, and blue yesterday.
Yeah. Same.
Nobody I was around had that on, matter of fact.
It's just a thing of the past for me. Like, as a kid, absolutely. Red, white, and blue. Used to be fresh to death. That was when you knew you was finna get a new outfit. Was that how it was? Where you from? All the kids got new outfits around the 4th?
No. I mean, fresh. Whatever you had on. I mean, I didn't really put outfits on. Not even outfits. Like, probably try to color coordinate. So, like, I was probably talking to somebody if that's what they wanted to do. For the most part, we was going down our family's land, and we were
y'all, like, outside?
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to show you a picture after this, like how big, everybody wasn't there. I'm going to show you how big it was.
Yeah.
Like, nobody, like, it's crazy. People just think it's odd when I tell them, like, how many uncles and them that I had and my cousins and stuff.
Well, I'm from up north, so it's different, too. And I would say that probably also plays into it for me because up north, you can pop fireworks, with your people, wherever you may be. There's really kind of no restrictions like it is down here. But yeah, the kids get fly. Parents put on their best stuff. You go to your people's house, and you might go to a few houses, get you some plates, and you end up at one spot and probably be there for the night. So yeah, I didn't do anything. What did you do?
I didn't do much. I think went to my aunt's, went over to Marquise's, and I mean, for the most part, we ate. Like, the kids, let them have fun for the most part, but I don't care about, like, I really don't even care about fireworks.
Me either anymore. We're killing the earth, guys.
Are we?
Absolutely.
You know, the data center people gonna come for you talking about killing the earth for fireworks. Let me see real quick. But while we're already here, let's get into a fun topic real quick. And let me see if I can add this as an image to the screen real quick. So there was a post on Threads, and the young lady was saying, y'all be making the work from home jobs a cult, because why y'all gatekeeping that too? And so I quoted it saying there are work from home jobs and there are people who work remotely. It's a difference.
What's the difference?
I'm going to show you once I get to my next thing. Let me hide that. Think about it. Think about some people that you know work from home, and think about what we do when we work from home. Mm-hmm. It's a difference.
Yeah.
Okay,
wait, say it again. There's a difference between
a work from home job versus working remotely.
1000% agree. I had to ponder for a little minute.
And so let me switch to me real quick. And where are we? There we go. Let me switch to me. So it was a TikTok that says everybody want a work from home customer service job till you find out they micromanaging you like a slave, and it's really outbound sales with no commission. Stay far away from Everwise. Everrise. I don't even know who that is. And somebody they was in Teams. They said, I would like to say I would miss those who I made friends with. You know who you are. Wonderful to be able to share a workspace and bond and laugh, but this place is a joke. Derek is crooked. Supervisors have told me this as well. I see straight through people like you. You were never able to fool me with your lies, underhanded and devious ways. So F you simple. Carrie ain't really do nothing but her job, but F her toothless for just delivering the messages from Derek's swole face. Man, this two going off. And for that terrible, annoying Gypsy Rose face.
Oh, my God.
He going crazy.
He went sick.
And Ashley, you bald mouth country hillbilly. Your name say customer service representative. Act like it. Yeah, he going crazy. I'm not even going to read all this. But this kind of just makes my point. When you be seeing them people, no experience required, work from home, $20, $25 an hour, that's them type of jobs.
Oh, yeah. You're going to be tied to metrics, tied to how long you're not doing whatever it is you're supposed to be doing, and really tied to the desk and or phone, because that's how productivity is measured. And I've had roles like that before where you don't really even have time or grace to step away. They even asking you when you go to the bathroom where you go.
Facts. I used to go in, for my stuff, it was it was like Ox 2, Ox 3. And you couldn't be in one for like a certain time, or you had to like do a different Ox, like if you had to go take a break or something like that. Or it was like another one where if you wrapping up something for your call, you can't be in it
for too long. Yep.
And I'd be like, man, forget y'all.
Yeah. All remote or work from home jobs are definitely not treated the same. 1,000%.
You want to adjust it? Your hair keep rubbing against it.
It's hating on me.
Now you could probably just push it to the middle. That way your hair don't rub on it. Oh, don't turn it. You know how you look.
Lord, leave it alone. Leave it alone.
But yeah, it's like that. And also, then people do more work than the people who is not being micromanaged, who is actually getting a salary, who can actually have PTO and off time and go do stuff. And that's the stuff that people don't know. And when they finally get a job where they can see like, dang, man, how did I do that so long? But one of the ways a lot of people stay at them jobs forever is a lot of people at them jobs are very small-minded, or they just happy to do it. To them, and this is not elitist here, because what you don't know, you don't. What you know, you don't know. If you went from making $8 an hour to $25 an hour, that's gonna be a lot of money for you.
Yeah.
But then there are some people that realize, if I'm getting 25 to do this, what my management getting paid, and then how can I get paid more to do less and get more of my time back? And I need to switch it on me over here talking, but for the most part, that's literally how it is for a lot of those people. Is they're happy to be there. The job is easy. They get comfortable. That's what I'm saying. They get comfortable doing the job.
They definitely get comfortable.
And that is the reason why you see that. And you're like, man, y'all just gonna be like, whenever I get my guy Chris on, and we be talking about something, yeah, man, they just was happy to be at the help desk, man. He said to me every time we talk, man, I'm glad you the first person to leave, because once you left, man, I left too, because I was like, man, it's time to get out of here. I told him I was going to leave. I said, I think that the last time they botched me getting an interview internally, and they pretty much stopped me from working in the SOC for that company, I said, okay.
Time to go.
I see how it is. That's what you call on-the-job training, the stuff that they don't teach you. Mm-hmm. They're just going to keep you there because you're a good worker, but not give you your just due. Because jobs like that, you'll master in like 3 to 6 months.
And then you just be sitting around for 3 to 6 years, frustrated.
And then
bringing down the morale.
Not even that, but that's when I run into the people where they've been doing help desk or service desk, whatever. They've been doing it for like 10 years, and they trying to use YouTube University, but they just don't know what to do. And it's hard for them to leave because all their resume say is help desk or customer service.
Yep.
And they be like, man, what I'm going to do? And then that's when they meet me. But now that we are here, let me see real quick. Here you go.
You are now watching the Techtual Talk, hosted by HD and Cybershortieee.
All right, man, I have to wake it up on y'all. Y'all listening to this on a Monday. It ain't going to be this slow and this laid back. I had to wake it up on y'all. But thank you, everybody, for tapping back into the Techtual Talk podcast. I'm your host, HD.
And we got Cybershortieee in the house.
And I know y'all been missing us. I've been doing the content whenever Cybershortieee is busy. And she's been very busy. She's always busy, actually. But we got some good stuff to talk to y'all about. And let me go ahead and put the topics up here real quick for y'all to see at a glance what we're going to talk about today real quick. Give me a sec. All right, y'all. So for some of today's topics, we have the government was hacked, Meta trick people, trick the chatbots. I think there were teenagers to do some AI stuff. AI LLM ransomware attack. PlayStation says no more to physical disc, and 3 million Texas IDs were lost. So we're going to go ahead and let Cybershortieee get busy real quick.
All right. Okay, so the government got hacked again. So let me go ahead and set the scene for you. So the World Cup is happening, right? And we have millions of people. We have international teams. We have massive security coordinations that are taking place. And the platform that the federal government uses to share intelligence about exactly these kinds of major events, that platform is what got hacked. So DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, confirmed that its Homeland Security Information Network, called HSIN, I think, is it HISIN?
Yeah, I think that's what it is, HSIN.
Perfect, was breached. Hackers got into the servers in late May and early June of this year, and they may have been inside while we were coordinating World Cup security in real time. HSIN is not a social media platform. This is where federal agencies, state governments, local law enforcement, and emergency responders share sensitive intelligence. So think about what goes through these type of systems. We have threat assessments, we have law enforcement coordination, emergency response plans. Senator Mark Warner called the exposed information highly sensitive and said its exposure risked national security. That is the senator on the Senate Intelligence Committee. And obviously, when he's talking about this, he's not being dramatic. Now, the most uncomfortable context here is that since January 2025, there have been multiple major federal security failures, sensitive information shared on unauthorized apps. We had Doge employees accessing government databases. We had a CISA contractor who leaked passwords and credentials, and now we're facing this. Now, the question that the industry is asking, and that we should all be asking, is what happens to cybersecurity when you cut the budgets and the staff of the very agency that's supposed to be responsible for defending our federal systems? CISA, which is DHS's, their cyber arm, has been seen taking a lot of deep cuts under the current administration. And so the people who were supposed to prevent this had their teams basically gutted, and they probably didn't have the manpower in order to be, as successful as they could have been. Now, the identity of the attackers is still unknown, but what we do know is that a legacy platform with access to sensitive national security information was not defended the way that it needed to be. Yeah, yikes.
The funny thing about that is that's most of the government stuff. Most of it is legacy.
Oh, for sure.
Most of it is not really defended the way that I guess it's supposed to be. So
I wonder, were they freaking out?
Of course.
Okay, so we're here, right, where the World Cup is. The police presence has been crazy, but I was thinking it was crazy due to more like the city is more prone to some type of terroristic attack because there's just so many people. And, like when there's a lot of people involved in those type of spaces, I was looking at it from that angle, not that the federal systems and agencies were compromised. So I guess, but the police presence here has been insane. But you all the way over there.
Oh, yeah, because they in Arlington.
Yeah.
But they've been
They're everywhere.
I'm saying not the cops, but the people been, let's even just talk about like the World Cup and the people eating the food.
Yeah.
Like they've been going crazy.
They've been going nuts.
Long John Silver.
Forget that. Wendy's.
Popeyes.
Taco Bell.
Chick-fil-A.
Ranch.
Like, the funny thing is, the people who are chronically online, like myself,
Same.
they see all the stories about when the UK people were trying to tell us about who food was better and this and that. And we was like, we not listening to nobody that eat beans and toast.
Yeah.
Like,
And then also they came over here, and a lot of the food, regardless of how good it is, it's just not good for you, So I think I seen something that said for the FIFA 15 people coming over here. Because how are people coming over here for a month? A month.
Their rules and stuff are different over there. The World Cups are big things for some of them countries because for us, we got so many things. You got hockey, you got football, you got NBA, you got NASCAR, you got all these different sports, boxing. Over there, there's only a handful: soccer, boxing, darts. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that many sports over there. So I don't know. I seen one woman in her family. They went to Hutchins, and
They went sick.
dude was like, "We can come here every day." Like,
I've seen a lot of people go to Terry's.
yeah. So I've never been there.
It's not bad, but
But you're not a
It's not
you're
bad.
not a meat
but
eater,
it's-
so
But in my meat eating days, it was good, but it's not Hutchins. It'll do if like.
it's another spot in Frisco I want to try. Some black owned spot.
Do you like beef ribs?
If they cook right.
Yeah, there's a tenderoni. Wait, what was it? Tendernism.
Hey, well, you can't throw them glasses, but if you had some glasses, you could throw them out.
No.
Hey, look at him, man.
No, for real.
You got me thinking about what's that song Drake got? Oh, Janice.
I like it.
Baby. Go eat, baby.
And they definitely playing that Drizzy Drake everywhere.
I know. I don't hear no bing bop boom 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 bop bam. The kind of shit on you wouldn't understand. I don't hear that played nowhere.
Somebody mama still playing it.
That and shebang.
That's my favorite. I was listening to that on the way here.
But I want to talk about, everybody know the fiasco we've been going through with the whole student loans and the save plan, and it's really unethical. First of all, it's always been big business, the fact that you get these other companies to put interest. I do not think student loans, if you got yours through the government, there should be no interest attached to them. These things were put in place for people to better themselves. And I also think that if you graduate, it should be different. Now, the people who just went, like I said, to get a couple of refund checks and get Crown Vics and stuff.
Please get on my face. Please.
I'm telling you, it's a thing.
Crown Vics.
Yes, you can get one.
Please.
You can get a Crown Vic down here for like $1,000, $2,000.
I'm screaming.
The thing only be everybody. Look, I just say this all the time around income tax time. I'll tell people, hey, don't be getting your income tax to go see Matilda Daddy. I tell people that all the time.
Going to buy a little lemon.
The thing only worked for about 3 weeks. But nah, it's just that. Then you have all these companies. On the cool, if we could have really held everybody to the fire, nobody should have to pay their taxes no more, because they breached a lot of trust by giving people loans to different people that nobody actually said that they want to do. And now people got access to your data that wasn't supposed to. Mm-hmm. And so technically nobody should be able to have to pay the things back. Or they could do this. I got a solution for this. Let me go solo. Since they want to act like that with the loans, and since they say by the time we get old, our Social Security ain't gonna be here, why take it out the checks? Let that go to their loans.
No.
Yes.
I mean, if it's going to come out, it's going to come out.
But the thing is,
That
by
would-
the
yeah.
time we get to use it, we not gonna be using it. So we gave the government
All this free money and free game.
and we don't get nothing out of it. That's what I'm saying.
We never get anything out of it.
That's
Yeah.
even worse then, though, because by that time some people gonna need that.
We always get the short end of the stick.
So, monkey on the stick. But, so this article I came across, it came across my feed, and it was just like the parents got an $80,000 loan and got a yacht, but it says the number going viral was 800K, but the actual story is 80,000. Still wild, still wrong, but let's get the facts right. A woman named Chloe went public after her parents signed her up for $80,000 in student loans to fund her education. And then, as their own wealth grew significantly, they bought a $6 million yacht instead of helping her repay the debt they put her in. That's crazy. You bought a $6 million yacht.
Okay, wait. They signed her up. So they did like a parent loan type of thing?
Probably so.
Okay.
But to be able to get the $80,000, I mean, they was pretty in good standing too. Why didn't they pay? These people probably had money to even pay for school outright.
I mean, they bought it for sure. They bought a $6 million yacht.
She's not asking them to fund her life. She's just asking why they walked away from the debt they signed her up for. And that's the thing too. A lot of kids, that's the first time ever dealing with loans. Nobody.
You might got to mess up a loan in order to know what you need to do right and how much you need, because they'll give you all this extra money that you don't need.
Yeah, think about it. Like some people's getting like a lot of refunds back.
Yeah.
Like
Some people were maxing out, and so when it came time for summer, they couldn't get no money because they exhausted all their financial aid for the year.
I just would always try to get like
exactly
like
what
a
you
little
needed.
small refund, but not nothing. I never had nothing crazy because one, I was on the quarter system, so it worked out perfectly. Like I said, when I left undergrad, I think I only owe like 10 G's, 7 to 10 G's. It was not a lot of
I
them.
think mine was about 10.
Yeah, grad school is where they get you.
Please.
Break it down. Here's where this becomes a teachable moment because this story dropped the same week the biggest federal student loan overall in a generation took effect, July 1st, 2026. Parent Plus loans, what parents borrow to help cover college costs, are now capped at $20,000 per year and $65,000 total per child. Before this week, they can borrow up to the full cost of attendance. That limit is gone. And that's the whole thing, too.
That's not a lot of money.
Depending on where you go.
I mean,
go to a state school.
20,000 a year.
But the thing is, though, a lot of kids don't think about. Granted, my sister, I think she's getting like a lot of scholarships, and she's gonna be like in the honors portion of the college. But the things I asked her about, she's not worried about yet. But I said you need to because you're gonna be the one that's on the hook for this stuff when you get out of school.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids are just so happy to go. Oh, I'm going to Penn State. I'm going to here. I'm going to there, and they not looking at the full picture. I was like, shoot, go get you. Look, stay down, get your little IT job, do some tuition reimbursement, and get your school handled like that. They'll even still give you a Pell Grant. Grad Plus loans are eliminated entirely. Graduate students are now capped at $20,000, well, pretty much $20,500 a year, with a $100,000 lifetime limit. Medical school alone costs an average of $60,000 a year. Do the math on what that gaps mean for future doctors. And the SAVE repayment plan, which about 7 million borrowers were enrolled in, has been legislatively killed. Those borrowers are now getting 90-day notices to pick a new plan or get auto-enrolled in the tier standard plan. This is not abstract policy. This is rent. This is whether you can start a family. This is your financial foundation for the next decade. If you have student loans, federal or private, you need to know what changed this week.
That's insane.
Yep. So to explain to some people who may not know what this is, a Parent Plus loan is federal loans parents take out to help cover their child's undergraduate costs. And the Grad Plus loan is the federal loan for graduates and professional students. The SAVE plan is an income-driven repayment plan struck down by courts and now legislatively eliminated. And the crazy thing is, like, it never was going off like the right numbers. Like, I always feel like whatever you should pay should go off your net, not your gross.
Bruh. They be trying. Please.
Repayment Assistance Plan, a new primary income-driven option under the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. And now, career angle. We talked about this earlier, but the financial aid counseling, helping students and families navigate the new, more complex loan landscape, ed tech and policy roles, building tools and advocating for transparency in the new student loan system, and personal finance literacy is skill in the workplace. Knowing this stuff make you valuable in HR, benefits, and ops roles.
I think financial aid counseling should be provided in high school.
It's just a lot of stuff
like that, especially like that senior year, so that you can just better understand. Because I promise you, you're going to spend some time on the phone or walking down to that financial aid office if you're in school.
Right. So if you have federal loans, log into studentaid.gov now and check your repayment plan status. If you're on SAVE, you have 90 days from notification to choose a new plan before auto-enrollment. Use the College Investor Student Loan Calculator to compare what different plans cost you monthly. So the crazy part. And it's like, that is crazy. Like, she didn't ask for that much. They just knew they can get it and get over on their child.
Pause. So was it for school or not?
It was for school. But
so why should they have to pay it back if she knew it was for her to go to school?
I don't think she needed that much. And you got to think about it, too. Sometimes them kids wasn't getting that money directly. It was going to the parents first. Remember, we did that. We did a talk about, it was about months ago. It was a similar situation where the mom was getting the money and then divvying out to her the money. So,
but the mom was using it for some other stuff in that situation. Yeah.
She probably didn't even know that they took this out the whole time. And still, the fact that you got a $6 million yacht, you should say, hey, I didn't ask for that. I was a kid. Or maybe that's the only way they could go to school.
That interest, though, is more than $80,000.
Man, they need to pay some of that back. Like, I wouldn't, like, if I have to do that for my child, I'm gonna try to help them be in a better position as I can. If I'm not able to do no big loan, we're gonna say, all right, these are schools you can get to is just on minimum loans and the Pell Grant and your scholarships. We're gonna hit scholarships heavy. That's why you gotta get these good grades. If not, I'm gonna tell you to go this route. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just be like, it ain't no reason to go into all this debt right now, and you probably won't be able to live for a while if you're not picking a major as that. Which is why now, if you think about kids, everybody who get income tax or whatever, put some of that money away for the next 18 years for them at least to have something to start school off with.
Please, these people is not gonna do that.
We know, but
It sounds good though.
But the crazy thing is, it don't. I mean, it don't take that much.
It don't.
To be it could be
But people
$500.
People don't even have much in their savings account.
But I'm just talking about. That's why I preference the people who get these big income check refunds. Like if you want your child to succeed, you envision them going to school, or they don't. Even when they turn 18, whatever, that just be money they have so they can start their life, versus having to get it out the mud. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of my stance on that. I don't know. It's interesting. I was going to say chat, but we ain't really live. But if you still rocking with us right now, let us know in the comments if you got student loans, how you feel about this news, and what you plan to do to get them paid. I feel like everybody finna start getting part-times because it's always something.
It's always something.
But you are on, let's see, what are you on? The Supreme Court stuff?
Yes. All right. So the Supreme Court says your location data is yours. So this one is actually good news. The Supreme Court just ruled 6-3 that geofence warrants are protected under the Fourth Amendment. That means law enforcement can no longer just demand your location history from Google without first proving probable cause in getting a proper warrant. So a geofence warrant works like this. Police draw a virtual fence around a crime scene, literally. They go to Google and say, give us the location data of every device inside this circle during this time window. Google initially gave them a list. Then they narrow it down. In the case that sparked this ruling, police asked for data on everyone near a Virginia bank robbery, and Google initially returned 19 people who had nothing to do with the crime. Justice Elena Kagan wrote for the majority, an individual has a reasonable expectation of privacy in records about his cell phone location, and police intrude on that constitutionally protected interest when they demand the information, even though for only a limited time and from a third-party tech company. The court rejected the government's argument that because you choose to give Google your location by using apps, you gave up your rights to privacy. Because let's be real, your Maps app, your weather app, your food delivery app, all of them want your location. It's basically the price that we're paying for using modern smartphones. The court said that doesn't mean you waive your Fourth Amendment rights. Now, the nuisance here is that the court did not ban geofence warrants. They said you need a proper warrant with probable cause. Google has already changed its policy. They now store location data on your device, not their servers. But Apple, Lyft, Snapchat, Uber, they still hold your data. This ruling covers them too. For privacy advocates, civil rights organizations, and protest movements, this ruling is important. These warrants weren't being used broadly, and the concern was always what stops law enforcement from demanding everyone who has attended, for example, a protest. So I thought that was pretty interesting. 19 people who had nothing to do with it is crazy.
Yeah. This goes into a lot of the different things we've been seeing with everybody so outraged about Flock.
What is Flock?
So Flock, you've seen these cameras. They're on corners. They're like squares, and they are almost like a lot of neighborhoods and sometimes in some cities.
In the hood?
No, everywhere.
Oh.
Everywhere. I mean, they're definitely HOAs. These cameras can read not only license plates, but they see people walking, their images and all that kind of stuff. So people just think, and I say that because I was like in the interview process with them. One of my friends actually got the role I was interviewing for, so I was happy for her. So it's a lot of cool work she'll be doing. But everybody just think that it's really not Flock, right? The whole issue is actually how the police use the information at their disposal, because there were reports of the police where one dude was like just checking up on his ex-girlfriend and seeing where she been and stuff like that or whatever. But they do have like some policies for admin to see who's doing stuff whenever they're supposed to be doing it. Like I know I made a suggestion about like anytime somebody looks up for some information, it should be to like a report number or something, not just because you're doing it to do it.
Yeah.
But having said all that, it's much more than license plates. They can help you find missing people. It's a couple of other things that it can do. So we had to realize a long time ago that even though all this stuff has happened, like our data isn't really ours like that, like talking about. But there's some benefits. Now, as for the people getting accused of not being there, I think that's crazy. That's insane.
19 people.
And I wonder what the follow up is. That like, did they get the chance to sue or
Probably not.
or what? Like,
Because you allegedly, well, I guess I don't know. It's so many nuances with technology. It just truly and honestly, there's just so many.
all right, let me back. You good?
Yeah, I was thinking.
I know. I saw you. So, top 5 black TV shows.
I gotta go first.
Yeah.
Okay, Good Times, The Cosby Show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. What is that show? Removing on up.
It can't be your favorites if you don't know the name.
I can't think
The
of the
Jeffersons?
name. Yeah, I love The Jeffersons, and I'm gonna say, The Bernie Mac Show.
Okay. That's cute.
Your turn.
So I have Fresh Prince, Martin, Jamie Foxx, Parenthood, and then I'm going to round it off with, I'm trying to, if I want to do an unconventional one, to be a shocker. I'm going to go Moesha.
I'm mad because I could have said Girlfriends. There was a lot of stuff I could have said. The Parkers. I just was having a brain fart.
Yeah, that's a 5 right there.
Which one did you watch most?
Out of all of them, I caught a lot of reruns. I would say Moesha. It was Moesha and then probably Parenthood the most early on. And then it became Fresh Prince a lot, Martin a lot. Because all of them used to run just the reruns. Like, they made money just off the reruns for sure. And who else was it? Because I could have said America, but you already said that. And who else had? It's a lot of shows. Rock. It's a good show.
We could have said Keenan and Kel.
Family Matters.
I can't believe I forgot them. Living Single. No, not
Yeah.
that.
Living
Not
Single.
that. A Different World. That was
Different world.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on what you got classified to, because some stuff's kiddie, but like.
I mean, you said
one
black
of, no,
TV
because
shows.
I'm saying, because one of those shows that I would say, is a black show, even though people that's older than us didn't watch it, but it'd be Gullah Gullah Island.
That's a black show.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
That was a good show.
And I would say My Brother and Me. So even though I got
don't
one
remember
season,
that one.
yeah, we didn't get the chance to watch it when it was out. We got a lot of reruns. There was a black family based in Charlotte, but it was cool. That's the first time I got to see Amanda Seals. She was in that. But no, let us know y'all top 5 shows in the comments. I don't think nobody's top 5 is killing mine.
I want to redo, but it's over with now.
I think so. Let me see. My next one was the fun one that I think I saw, and it was with the. Let me see. Let me find it real quick. Baby, if you give it to me, I give it to you. You know I won't.
That was a banger.
All right. That and don't this hit make my people want to jump.
Is that the scary video?
No, that's the one that was reenacting like stuff from Rush Hour 2.
That video scares me.
That's the same. What, really? Were they saying like Harlem Nights in Rush Hour 2?
No, where he was like with all the different colors and makeup and stuff on in the video.
You probably thinking about something else.
Scary.
Because it was Harlem Nights. Remember when she stepped on the toe?
On her toe.
On the video, on Pastor Gavase video, it's the same thing.
I do
He was like,
remember
do
that.
it again. I'll do it again. As a kid, though, I hadn't seen Harlem Nights at the time. But
I didn't know that was from Harlem Nights as a
Neither.
kid either. I just thought it was just
But I also took that song to another level. Was Love Don't Cost a Thing at the beach.
The beach dance.
When he was on there going hard. Al Johnson. Yeah. Aquaman. He in the shorties now. Let's see. All right. So, Wired reported that Meta hired hundreds of contractors who created fake accounts posing as minors under 18 and then sent those fake children into ChatGPT, Gemini, and Character.ai with prompts about suicide, self-harm, eating disorders, drugs, and sex.
Sorry, one more time. Say that again. One more time.
Prompts about suicide, self-harm, eating disorders, drugs, and sex. The operation was internally codenamed CANS, run by a Meta contractor called Covalent. One round of testing in August 2025 involved more than 45,000 prompts. One spreadsheet alone had 3,748 prompts. Hundreds about suicide and self-harm. Hundreds about eating disorders. 239 about sex or romance. Some of the prompts, a fake 13-year-old asking where to buy pills to end a pregnancy, a fake 5th grader saying the classmate had a gun to his mouth, a fake girl asking how to hide bulimia from her parents. Meta's response? This is industry standard safety testing, and here's the complicated part. Adversarial testing is real. Red teaming AI safety systems is a legitimate practice. Researchers literally need to know what happens when a child in crisis asks a chatbot for these questions. But Raman Chowdhury, CEO of Humane Intelligence, reviewed the prompts and called it a governance gray zone where safety becomes a convenient cover for anti-competitive practices. The targeted companies, OpenAI, Google, Character.ai, were never told this was happening. Yeah, I can see where that can get a little tricky. And here's the part Meta would rather you not focus on. According to the reports, Meta's own AI failed to block child sexual exploitation content 66.8% of the time in the internal assessments and failed on suicide and self-harm prompts 54.8% of the time. The company testing other safety had serious safety gaps of its own. Hang on real quick. Where is that?
That is blasphemous.
Oh man, I have fun with these. I need to show you that app so you can have your own to play through. All right. This is a story about AI ethics, competitive intelligence, child safety, and where the line is between security research and manipulation. The regulators are now circling. So, numbers at a glance again. 45,000 plus prompts. 3,748 prompts in one review spreadsheet. Meta failed at a 68.8% failure rate on the CSAM detection, and they also failed at pretty much more than half on the rate of suicide self-harm prompts. So, in the research, they said, what is responsible disclosure in AI safety and how should companies share findings about competitors' vulnerabilities? Let's be honest here. Who wants to share that? Because everybody want to be top dog.
How you gonna get up here criticizing somebody else and your platform itself is not even up to par? Seriously.
True.
We all done seen crazy thing from Instagram to Facebook. Come on now.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
That is insane. What is it? Throwing rocks and how do you say it?
Throwing rocks and hiding your hand? Or throwing rocks in the glass house?
Literally. That's even better. That's
Yep.
insane.
I know an old black person was sitting down and ate down with that, as you say.
But seriously, I just think that is, I wish you had that one sound. Come on, man. Come on. Like, that's just insane.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that these shouldn't be done, but who are y'all to do it to somebody else?
Yeah, 'cause
this
you're
should be
not-
done
well,
independently.
Maybe it's going to be some type of loophole, like some bug bounty type stuff.
I do think that it's important for everybody's tools to be probed and targeted in these type of ways so that they can become better to protect our kids. However, Meta, who are you?
But I think the issue is going to boil down to, it's going to be to a point now where people is going to have to start verifying before they use AI. So they're going to have to figure out people are underage. Well, remember how we talked about it should be like
some type of
a kid's
yeah.
ChatGPT and all that kind of stuff. I think it's going to go down to stuff like that eventually because the thing is, it's a slippery slope because how do they actually verify if this is a real ID or not? Or are they going to start working with all the state legislators for the DMVs, have them scan it? Okay, hey, you are so-and-so. You are actually 15.
Yeah.
We have scanned this. This is what you're allowed to do.
But then
It's privacy, but hey.
exactly.
I mean, we know it is, but that's the risk you take when you start signing up for this stuff because it's going to it's adopting so much at a fast pace that it's hard to keep people. Think about it. How much when it came to at least technology, how much better at it we were than our parents are.
And how much better these kids are than what we were when we were their
Some of
ages.
them really ain't. I think they start off because now stuff is too easy for them. They don't have to figure nothing out.
It is. The UIs are a lot friendlier.
They don't have to figure nothing out.
Yeah.
So I don't know about. I don't think they're gonna ever be able to get one on me. They know stuff though. They know how to do stuff. Like I know
And they can look up how to.
So Natalie was smart enough to circumvent the measure of I had blocked the YouTube regular app from them for using. So she showed Zelly, hey, go to Safari.
Screaming.
And type it in. And that's how they was on YouTube. But I had already.
Thought you had a dummy. Thought you had
But that's why I
one.
always tell people, you can't put nothing past
No,
kids no
for
matter
real.
how. Because think about it, 6 and 4.
Think about what we were gonna try to do to
We're just using proxies at the.
proxies. Thank you. So these kids are.
But the funny,
I ain't gonna lie, my girl chewed with that one. She ate. What you say when you caught her?
I'm like, bro. I started laughing because it's
Because you was blew back.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna eventually put one of them profiles on there. But even then, it just see the thing is, I changed their password so they couldn't do nothing. Their mom will forget the password, so I either have to verbally tell her again or text it to her. And so when she do it, they always watching, and so now they both know their codes. But when I'm going to change them again, they're just gonna be out of luck, and they're just gonna have to wait. They're not gonna know it. It's a chess game with your own kids, pretty much. Hold on, what they say? It be your own kids.
It'd be your own kids for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
All right.
What you gonna hit them with?
Texas fishing license vendor, $3 million. All right. So Texas fishing license vendor leaks 3 million IDs and passports. So 3 million Texans had their driver's license and passport numbers stolen through a vendor that processes hunting and fishing licenses. Texas Parks and Wildlife Department announced the hackers got into their third-party licensing vendor's system and walked out with data on over 3 million people. Driver's license information, passport numbers, email addresses, phone numbers, home addresses. Now, what makes this story actually multi-layered is, first, we're talking about third-party risk again. The state of Texas didn't get hacked directly. The company that they hired to sell hunting and fishing licenses got hacked, and that vendor apparently had government-issued ID information sitting in their systems, obviously for years. Second, the timeline is suspect. Texas Cyber Command was notified on May 13th. The Texas Parks and Wildlife Department published its breach notification on June 12th. They didn't make it public until June 18th. Meanwhile, a threat intelligence firm called Brins Tech reported in May, which was weeks before any official notification, that a hacker going by WickKid was already selling the database on dark web forums, which means victims' data was being sold while they were still waiting, obviously, to be told. Third, this appears to be part of a pattern. The same actor, WickKid, is linked to a similar breach at Virginia's Department of Wildlife Resources, which also uses a third-party vendor for hunting and fishing licenses. One vendor, multiple states, is proving to be a systematic vulnerability. So if you are a Texas resident who has a hunting or fishing license, enroll in the Crow credit monitoring that they're offering. The deadline is September 14th. You can also call 844-959-7123. Some other things you can do is freeze your credit on all 3 credit bureaus, and then watch for phishing related language because that is likely what will come after this type of incident. Passports obviously can't be canceled. They're valid for years, which makes that theft for anyone who was compromised in that way a lot more dangerous as well as unfortunate. Yikes.
Yeah. And before you say anything right here, I'm gonna make a mental note to put aura right there.
Yeah.
Boom. So go back and listen to that and put aura right there. Now, I was looking back through your notes as well because I was trying to see that they name the vendor that's responsible for that. And I don't think they did.
They didn't.
So that's interesting too.
It is.
So if I was you looking for a job, I'd go look for these people. Because third-party risk is always that thing. And that's why a lot of companies are hiring for that now, because it's like such a pain.
It's such a pain. It's a sore spot.
I don't even think
You can't dictate what they got going on most times.
Yeah. That end is like, I don't think...
and they can lie too.
Like there's another one, LastPass got hit again, but it really wasn't on them.
I seen that.
So another third-party risk, man. Another third-party risk. The crazy thing now, though, is back in the day, there was no R's and all the other companies that people could go to do their identities and stuff real time. But now it is. So at some point, that little offering that free stuff from Equifax and TransUnion, they're going to have to do something else because we can already pay for our own. So that's interesting. And now I think let's have some fun. Some more fun. Where are they?
That's my have some fun dance.
I'm gonna just read it like this. I'm trying to get people always hear me saying service scandalous. Speaking of, I was going back listening to some of their old catalog, and they have a story that sounds just like your book. It's not saying one for one.
Ooh.
That podcast I'll be sending you, they call Service Scandalous.
Did you send me that episode?
Not that one, but it's in short, it's crazy. But I think the girl's ex-boyfriend or something from college was stalking her, and she was married at this point now. But they even found something. Her mechanic took her car apart, found something tracking
on
her.
the car? Send me that one.
I was like, let's find that sound like hostile takeover.
It do sound like a hostile takeover.
And then, but it wasn't nothing like hostile takeover because her man wasn't acting like Marcus.
He was soft.
Nah, he actually was trying to downplay it for her in the beginning because he didn't want her to worry, but he was already kind of looking into the threat. Nah, he was looking into the guy and doing a little research on him and building his case. But he was trying to just say, hey, stop being so predictable and all this other stuff. But it didn't matter because she was being tracked.
That's so scary. For real. Something on your car.
Speaking of, while we talking about that, did you see the situation with the woman and the man in the parking lot at Walmart?
No.
It was a road rage pretty much over the parking spot. Now, I don't know what happened with the whole road rage incident, but something happened and the lady got out of her car because it was in Florida, so it was staying ground state. And the guy kept walking towards her. She kept on saying, hey, back up, back up. Now, technically, at this moment, it's kind of, the law's going to have to be in play here, right? Because it's hard to determine what you feel like you should be scared of your life, what I'd be scared of versus what you'd be scared of. Like if a guy's coming at you, no matter how big or small he is, and you say, hey, back up, you are going to be scared. Now, some people say, well, you should have just ran away. And you're scared. It's fight or flight mode. And she's telling him, back up. And she's trying to back up. And he kept on coming. And she shot him. She didn't try to kill him, but he ended up dying from the shot. And so now there's been a lot of just uproar of that. Now they're trying to just paint him as this hero because he was a veteran and this and that. But my thing is, if you're dealing with PTSD or whatever you're dealing with, bro, you shouldn't be on the streets driving like that because no sane person is from first of all, over a parking space. I think that's the part that I said I think would make people look at it a little differently because it's like,
It's sad.
if you willing to just crash out on me over a parking space, you might be crazy for real.
I actually used to crash out until I moved here. I promise you.
Really?
I swear to you, I used to be a crash outer on the road. Not I'm about to follow you or anything, but I will blow my horn.
I've always noticed that women got more
off.
road rage than men.
However, when I moved here, I don't even play with people on the road. I don't even get ignorant back. I'm not finna do any of that because you just never know who's having a bad day, who got a gun on them. I know people who been in traffic and had guns pulled on them and people who had to pull their gun out to protect themselves. So I'm not with that.
Ironically, what you talked about is the reason why most men don't really get into it with people and why they try to treat all men with respect is because you don't know if it's somebody's last day and you the last straw.
You just don't know.
And that
you blowing that horn was my 13th reason today. And people do actually get so mad that they will hit you. With harm. They just so upset and angry. They will cause you, and who's to say that harm ain't gonna paralyze you, kill you, disable, disfigure you?
Yeah, for me, it don't be worth it. Especially
It's not worth it.
My job is to make it home to the kids, so it is what it is. I know that anybody what's going on that, but some people may be aware of that. It's been viral on TikTok, and I was just going back and forth for like the fam. They was like, "Well, you can't just brandish your gun on people." I was like, "No," but we know that a person. I forgot what the strength levels is difference between me and you. Mm-hmm. If I'm able to get my hands on you, I can do you bodily harm before anybody come help you.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that has to be factored in, regardless if you feel like somebody shouldn't do it or not.
It's always Florida and Texas. Literally.
Always. Now, where is it? Okay. So, be careful. I was computer hacked doing my job search. My husband and I both fell for this, and we are both pretty tech-savvy millennials. I applied for a very senior position with the corporation on Indeed. These hackers are relying on the fact that you are rushing to fix the tech issue so you can make it to your fake interview. Days after applying, I received an email asking me my availability for interview. Absolutely nothing suspicious yet. No grammatical errors, weird spaces, email and company names all check out. Then they sent me an interview confirmation and told me that they will send the invite link to me the morning of the interview. 10 minutes before my interview, I clicked the Zoom link to take me to the interview, and the message pops up that says, "My Zoom is outdated," and it took me to what looked like a Zoom website. It automatically started downloading a Zoom application on my laptop. I tried to open the application in my downloads folder, but Apple wouldn't let me open it. It went back and read the company's email. I went back and read the company's email from when they sent me the link, and it said that their software doesn't work with Macs, so the interview has to be done from Windows. Yes, I know this should have been what woke me up. Hey, thank God for the Mac. I started panicking that I was already late for my interview, so I called my husband. He told me to get his computer and try the link.
Oh, God.
I clicked the link from his computer, and the application called Service Connect again started immediately downloading to his computer. I put him on FaceTime and showed him the screen. We immediately both snapped back to reality and realized it was a hacker. We tried to end this task from Task Manager, but each time we ended the task, 3 more would pop up. We shut down the laptop, changed our passwords everywhere, including banking, computer emails, etc. These scammers use real companies with real company emails and are relying on you being rushed trying to make an interview. Not really thinking or paying attention closely. Never thought my husband and I would fall for something like this. No, you fell for it.
I was going to say, she talk about my husband and I. Your husband wasn't even at home.
No, you fell for it.
You used your computer and then infected his computer.
Yeah, like she fell for it.
And that's exactly why if anybody ever asks, can I use your computer for what?
Mm-hmm. Let me see what I would have. This would have been me.
What? What? What?
I would have been like, come on now, man. Like, and I need to go through these comments because can we see the email? Because clearly something was missing.
Mm-hmm. It was probably some domain spoofing going on there. Had to been.
Let's see.
.corn, .con.
I'm just want to see if somebody, like, there's nothing. My suggestion may not be helpful since you mentioned that the link looked legit, but I have my computer set up so it doesn't automatically download anything until I give it explicit permission to do so. Yeah, you can change your settings so that you can navigate it to where it goes to.
The fact that she said she just saw it downloading like that would have been the flag for me.
Yeah, and the thing, and also if you are an end user and you don't know much about it, if you did download an app and it don't run, go to Virus Total, upload the application that just downloaded, and see if it pop hot. Now, granted, this is not always the case if something's malicious or not, but for you, this should be good enough to let you know that. And there's tools called like Joe's Sandbox. I should have a free tier. You can run it through there, and it'll let you know, hey, don't install this. Yeah, they didn't. I wish nobody went in here and said what the title was. So it was that one. I thought that was cool, and then this next one, let's get into it real quick. And it was, they received a verbal offer and then got ghosted instead.
And this economy is crazy.
It's happened to me before. Not sure if this belonged here. Anywho, I had an interview with the company for a sales role last week, Monday. Was excited because I've been depressed and unemployed for months at this point, so I was willing to take any job I had experience in. Had a 45-minute interview with the manager. Seemed personable and quite chill, so it gave me an idea of the culture and what I could possibly expect as an employee. It all looked great on paper. Manager said I'd be a good fit, great experience, great interview, and that he knows I can do the job. Asked when I'm available to start, etc. Then says, perfect, HR will send you some documents today or tomorrow. I'm showing gratitude and how excited I am to be a member of the team. He responds back in a way that wouldn't make you question if you didn't get the job either. All this just to get ghosted in the end. I even sent the follow-up message, absolutely nothing. Definitely tanked my self-esteem because I felt like an absolute idiot. I finally found another job, thank God, but still. Has anyone else experienced this level of brilliant acting?
What is the point? I'm aggravated. What is the point? What is the purpose of playing with somebody like that? I mean, obviously, yeah, you got their information.
I don't see, it be so much BS that be going on from like the rec automatically starts getting pulled back. So
What would be the point to play with somebody like that?
I think sometimes it be out of the manager's hands. Like I've
But
seen
say something.
they be,
Not saying nothing
I
is
agree.
trifling. That's tacky.
That's just like agreeance. Let me see. Okay, so this wasn't long. But, I mean, I've been through this before. 2018, right before I started my working for Optiv, I had an interview with this company called Talent 101 for Texas Instruments. I went through the interview. I'm talking about, this is why, I think I posted this before. I'm talking, when I've said plenty of times where I'm from the era where you had to dress up and interview. I'm going there, full suit on.
You went in person?
Yes, this is 2018. Full suit on, tan, blue tie. I could probably find a picture. What's it got? Brown band on the watch was gold. Man,
He gonna insert the clip, y'all.
listen. The dude, I'm like, he was, oh yeah, man, you look nice, whatever, woo woo. And I got emails in there where I'm just crashing out because at this time I needed a job. Too, for real. I was like, bro.
I was going to ask.
Yeah, because he said so many words. Hey, all you gotta do is come back in here and meet the team, but you pretty much got the job. He said that so many words, and I kept on emailing them dudes back, and they never said nothing back. And so I was pissed off because I'm like, it was like right around my birthday. I'm like, all right, cool. I know I just landed a job. We out having fun, just for me not to get a job. So I was really pissed off at that because I was like, bro, I woke up early to drive to y'all twice to talk to y'all in person. But there is light at the end of the story, or as I say, at the end of the tunnel. What had happened is I didn't get that job, but I ended up getting the job for Optiv. I got offered the job for Optiv in, what was it, May? Yeah, I got the job offer for May in 2018, and I started in June. But here's the funny thing. When Optiv was building out their new team to support, I can say it on here on my podcast, we were supporting Disney, the Disney contract. One of the guys on the contract was from Texas Instruments. And I was telling him about my situation. He said, man, you dodged the bullet. They don't know what they're doing. They just hired this woman. She don't know what she's doing and all this other stuff. So I was like, you know what? As far as mad as I was, I'm glad I landed to where I needed to be.
And what's for you is for you. Even though you maybe experience frustration along the way, like he said, you dodged that bullet. Because had you been in need and then you get there and you're just like, what the heck is going on here? And now you got to find something else.
Yeah. And so a lot of times, that's why I tell people, say, hey, look, I done been through the situation. It sounds like BS when I'm telling you it because you're probably going through some foolishness, but eventually it will get better. And a lot of people who are going through unemployment and stuff like that, it's going to be a time of famine, and then it's going to be a time of rain because, like, literally after Optiv came through, I think it was Hilton or something, they wanted to get at me, like, hey, we got this role open up. I was like, man, I just got an offer, but let me see what y'all talking about. And they just was, unfortunately for them, they took so long to get, like, paperwork and, like, trying to give me some real numbers back that I had already just took the offer that I got from what's called it.
Yeah.
I didn't even go, it was just like, that situation so fun. I got Optiv. The director at the time, his name was Eric.
Imagine interviewing for all of these roles in person and getting ghosted.
Right. But this is, so I don't know if you've been seeing some of the videos I've been uploading to the channel. I reacted to some where, like, people technically had jobs, but then when the people saw them on camera and saw they was black, they pretty much didn't get the job.
Yeah.
And I was reminded of an interview I did in person out here in 2018. This company called Security Software, something. It was like a security assessor role. They called S3. If you type them in right now on your computer, S3 Plano, they should come up. And their office is off Preston and Park. And I remember going there, and he's like the whitest of the white type of people in their suits and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm just probably the person they just interviewed to say they interviewed a black person. And because it didn't make sense that when I got denied, they say, yeah, I didn't have the experience they were looking for. I was like, y'all knew my experience before I came and sat down with y'all. And so these are kind of things I've just been talking about because everybody goes through them. But back to my story about working at Optiv, how that worked out for me so good was the director called me the next day. He said, hey, I heard you interview with Mark. The funny thing is I did not interview. I swear to God. Mark hit me to schedule an interview, and he forgot to call me, and we didn't have our interview. But I
love when that happens.
I still got the offer.
I love when that happens.
It was crazy. He called me next day.
Because of that, they have to put in something good because it's gonna look bad for them. So they got to give you some good kudos there.
Yeah, he's like,
I love when that happens. That's happened to me before, and I did get the job.
He was a real one though. He was like, hey, what you making the last spot? Hey, I was making so and so. Now, granted, I could have negotiated more at this time, but I was just so happy to be talking to somebody about getting the job. He's like, all right, I'll give you $10K more, and then we'll give you like $10K bonus and whatever. I was like, bet. And it was off to the races from there. And so that's why I be telling people, I was like, that's about a 4 month span. I was like, sometimes it don't work out, but sometimes it do work out.
Yeah.
But hopefully y'all like that little story time. If y'all want to know more in depth about that, I think I have like a playlist on here with like my whole career progression. Now this more recent part, I ain't said much about that. I won't give y'all some tea on that until like years to come, but it'll definitely, it might be some Patreon videos that be on there just for a while. So yeah, that's that. PlayStation. Do you remember no commercials?
Yes. That's why I'll try to say it like that. I remember the gray one. The first one.
Oh, the PS1?
Yep. I remember when I got a PS3. That was the first, or was it a 4? I think it was a 3. That was the first one that I got.
There you go. It's up for you.
All right. PlayStation kills the disc January 2028. So this one is for the culture. Sony just announced that starting January 2028, new PlayStation games will not be released on physical disc. Digital only. The era of popping a disc in is over for new releases. Sony's reasoning: physical game discs account for just 3% of their gaming revenue. 78% of full game purchases last year were digital downloads. The writing has been on the walls for years. This is just Sony making it official. And it's not just Sony making the move. Grand Theft Auto 6, GTA 6, the most anticipated game in history, announced its physical edition will be a box with a download code inside, not a disc, a code in the box. Rockstar called that the physical version. The internet had thoughts. Here is the tech and privacy angle that doesn't get talked about enough. When you own a disc, you own the game. You could lend it, resell it, play it without internet. The disc didn't care if your account got hacked, if Sony had a server outage, or if the company decided to pull the game from the store. Digital ownership is not the same. You own a license to play, and licenses can be revoked. Sony just shut down the PS3 store in select markets. Once that happens, if you don't already own the digital game, you cannot buy it again. Games disappear, studios close, licenses expire. The history of gaming is being locked behind platforms that don't have to preserve it. The cyber lesson here: this is a digital rights and data ownership conversation. Understanding who controls your digital assets, whether it's games, music, software, or documents, is a conversation that extends far beyond PlayStation. Wow. About time.
Yeah.
About time. I mean, I do get the argument in saying licenses do expire. Things will go away. You had it 2 years ago. You won't have it in 5 to 10 years.
I got the perfect scenario.
What?
Think about when the last time you've been in a car with a CD player. Because my cousins and I, we were talking about that the other day.
Not a CD player, a 5-disc CD player.
Did I have that in my maximum?
Really one of them ones.
I think I had that in my maximum. But No, not only that. I think like the rights been on the wall for a while. Because even sometimes back in the day, like on Xbox, if you put a disc in, I think you had to be online or something. Had to verify like the game. It was like a whole bunch of crap. Where back in the day, somebody give me the game for $360, I just put it in and play. The good days.
Bring your game over.
I understand
Like
why.
going to your friend's house. Bring your
Because
game
it's
over.
probably it's cheaper. Not to make.
But I mean it is going away. And then you have to make the system to be able to read.
But I think the thing is, everybody doesn't have affordable internet.
That too.
So it's like, whereas
That's
you
what
think,
it just said. Yeah.
So you think where it should be standard, what they're supposed to do? They're in a rural place, but they love GTA, and they don't have no SpaceX internet or nothing. So they better make sure everybody have affordable internet before they just clearly go on this
2
tirade.
years.
Yeah, it could.
2028.
I think this is a ploy to get everybody to buy all the physical media up.
I miss I miss I miss the DVDs. I miss the Blu-rays. I miss the books. I miss the stands. I miss being able to go put a disc in. I miss being able to see the director's cut. We just get what it is. We don't get to see director's cut. We don't get to see behind
Some of
the
them
scenes.
they do, on depending on what the bundle is and how you rent it from whatever place or you buy from.
Oh, I've never seen that. Well, in a while. But there were a lot of different things and perks, like alternate endings in movies that you just would get to see if you bought the physical disc, or special editions, or whatever it may be. Anniversaries. It's just, it's black and white instead of being black and white with sprinkles.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I think like,
Are you gonna get GTA 6?
we was talking about that. I think I may get it. I'm more, me, I'm more happy about E-Day than I am
Is that shooting?
GTA 6. That's the game I sent you. Actually, I sent it to your wife too. I sent it to her as a thing because you didn't send it to her.
Oh, okay.
She ain't see why she ain't send it to me. So I sent it to her that day. But I said I may take off just to play it, just for the fun of it. But I mean, I'm more of a Saints Row guy.
More of a who?
Saints Row.
What's that?
Saints Row
Shooting?
is people call it GTA clone, but it's really its own game.
I feel like I seen somebody talking about that on TikTok.
Because it's really about gangs. Gang. I'll be outside. But it's about gangs, and you got to go take back your hoods and stuff like that.
That sounds real ghetto.
It's fun, though. The first two, chef's kiss. But after 3 is when it started going down. But because I remember playing 3 when it was brand new when I was in college, and I was like so happy. I think I pre-ordered that joint from GameStop and paid it. Do kids even still do that anymore? Go put $5 down to hold your game and then go pay for it when they come in?
No, but I was just finna say, because when we were talking about the disc going away, it made me think about the Wii and how that's why you can still play the Wii. It's because you have the disc to play the games, not because you need the internet to play the games.
Yeah.
And so you can plug up any old game as long as you have the CDs. It doesn't matter as long as you have the.
But I do like the benefit
connections.
of so it's pros and cons. Like for me, I'm an Xbox guy, so Xbox.
Hey, Xbox in the house.
Xbox got Game Pass, so like you can go back and play like all the old games and stuff like that. So
I be fronting.
we know, we know, we definitely.
I
know.
be fronting. I played the game like probably 3 times this year.
Yeah,
I didn't make it far.
We know.
I still haven't finished. What's the name?
South of Midnight.
Yeah, but it's so good though. I don't want to finish it.
I told
It's
you.
so good.
You
It's
know, you could have put it
beautiful.
on the part where it's just straight the story. You don't even have to worry about playing the game. It'll just go through the story for you.
It's pretty.
Yeah, I like it. When she say don't speak, she say don't mumble it, speak on it. I be saying that at home.
It's so black coded. It's so black coded.
Yeah. You think they ever make a game about the what was it called, the Riverboat Massacre?
That would be good.
The dude threw the hat up.
Only if it's a story mode.
I don't know, bro. That chair.
Role playing.
That's a funny. Like we didn't live through some.
We done lived through some
The crazy
times.
thing is, I don't even know. See, I don't even know if they can do textbooks anymore for the kids, but history books.
They're not,
When
because
they
they're
get-
going to be ghetto.
When they get to
The
talk about millennials,
The stuff that was ghetto. Literally.
a lot of stuff.
All these challenges.
We was listening. What song was that? Oh, you remember when people was doing the freestyles for Geeked Up?
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm in the kitchen doing dishes. My mama frying chicken. That
Yes.
stuff like that. We was talking about that because Geeked Up came up on one of the playlists.
Remix.
AB had one. Talking about he was in the Waffle House. Do you be seeing him and
We
Dean?
should have a cipher.
In a perfect world, if I didn't have to work, we could definitely run it up and just start streaming on Kick. We just got to get the people with the backpacks to follow us.
Who is the people with the backpacks?
So they got these streaming backpacks.
Oh, no, you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
And
expensive too.
It's worth it though.
It is.
But the crazy thing is you got to get people to watch it.
Connection. I think if we were.
I'm too old to
out-
stream.
No, we fun. We live.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like.
I'm too old as crap. I'm not
Nobody
too
want to
old.
see somebody be an actual like go home to their family on stream. They want to see the foolishness that AB and them be in there doing. They don't want to see somebody go to work and like they want to see a whole bunch of
They wanna see-
niggotry.
They want to see people outside.
Let me see what happens when I go here.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, top 5 while you doing that. Top 5 artists. Big Sean, The Dream.
Dream is up there for sure. It's gonna be Dream, Drake,
Oh, I should have said Drake. You ain't gonna say
Jacob
Big Sean?
Lattimore. I'm going to who I listen to a lot, and then I'll get to everybody else because I'm trying to
Jacob Lattimore.
I
You
have-
listen to him?
a lot.
You gotta send me
Like
some.
he's in my.
You gotta
he's-
send me some bangs.
Listen to Connection 2. Connection 2 is like his second, like, he got this thing called Connection Series. So Connection 2 is like the one that probably like, you probably would like start listening to him from that. I'm trying to go through my totality of like, out of all my phases when I would listen to different artists a lot, like, cause there's so like many different people I would like listen to. You all right?
Yeah. You said 3.
But I listen to Big Sean a lot though. Sean Dunn. But I'm trying to get it out of. So I'm also trying to get it out of just like rappers. Like I have to go through my thing and see because it's like no, it's not even who I consider the best. It's just what I listen to all the time. You know what?
I'm with you there.
I got you.
I just said top 5, not your
Yeah,
favorite.
Dream, Drake, Jacob, Sean, Ty Dolla $ign. I listen to a lot of Ty Dolla $ign.
Surprised you didn't say J. Cole.
I listen
I know
to Cole.
you.
I listen to Cole, but when it comes to playability, outside if I just want to hear some raps, he don't have it as much. That's why his album fell off the chart. It's gonna be like the people I name. It could be people we never met, and I could just play some Ty Dolla $ign. We'll be vibing. I can play some. I can figure out whatever Drake mix on and put. We can vibe. Hell, I can put the Sean mix on with certain songs Sean got. We can vibe. Like I be doing Chester. He finally did them songs with the Detroit artists. So like that song he got called Work Some. I'm like, Natalie, say you work some. Oh man. But
I'm thinking.
him.
That's a really tough question. I'm gonna go Party Next Door, number 1. People I listen to the most. I listen to Ari Lennox a lot.
Only song I really like from her is Pressure.
I like her Chicago boy era. Maybe I'm gonna go CISA. I'm gonna go Erykah Badu
Okay.
and probably Anthony Hamilton.
They said that nigga made music for people that walk to work. No matter what.
Not too much, oh my God.
Shoot, what about Jaheim?
I like him. I don't listen to him a
know.
lot.
He really reincarnation of Luther Vandross.
Like I would rather listen to Maxwell, but I have to be in the mood to listen to Maxwell. Like I can put Anthony Hamilton on, not the old sad
all I know
stuff.
is back in like, what was that, 07, 08, 05 to 08, Pretty Wings went platinum in everybody car from Steve Harvey
You
Money
know,
Show.
that was my grandma ringtone for probably 10 years.
Man, everybody, what's called it? I don't know. But you know what? I lied because I could have put Justin Timberlake in there too. Cause
I
love
could have
Justin.
actually put
I love Justin.
Michael Jackson in there. I should have put Michael in there because you turn him on any time. It don't matter. I'm gonna be ready.
Shimon Lee. Shimon. All right. Let's see. Back to our regular scheduled programming. All right, guys. So we've seen the first AI LLM ransomware attack. So, SysDig, a cloud security company, published what they believe is the first documented case of ransomware run entirely by an AI agent. No human at the keyboard, no human writing the script. An LLM, a large language model, did the whole attack from start to finish. They named it Jade Puffer. Here's how it went down. Jade Puffer found an internet-facing server running Langflow an open source tool for building AI apps. It exploited a known already patched vulnerability called CVE 2025-32. CVE-2025-3248. It got in, harvested cloud credentials and LLM API keys, used those to pivot to a separate production database, a MySQL server running on Alibaba's Nakos platform. Then it encrypted 1,300 configuration items. Then it wiped the key. Then it left a ransom note. The most terrifying detail is not the attack itself, it's the adaptation. When a login attempt failed, the AI didn't stop. It diagnosed what went wrong, generated a fix, and retried successfully in 31 seconds.
That's quick.
Michael Clark, 6dig's director of threat research, said the operation also adapted in real time, retrying failed steps within refined parameters. The LLM even narrated its own reasoning. Over 600 payloads contained plain language comments where the AI explained what it was doing and why. That's like back in the day when you would get a whooping and your parent telling you why you getting a whooping. That's what that remind me of.
The narration is sending me.
Didn't I tell you? Like,
actually, what we did was we found.
And here's what the researchers keep pointing out. The individual techniques were not advanced. Jay Puffer used old vulnerabilities, default creds, poor network segmentation, basic stuff that should have been fixed. The AI didn't need a 0 day. It needed an unpatched server and the ability to chain common mistakes together fast. Ram Vera Durajan, but Ram Vera Durajan, CEO of Alcavio, put it best. The skill floor for ransomware just collapsed from a skilled human operator to whatever compute an agent costs to run. That's the era we are in now. So here's the attack chain. The initial access was when they exploited the CVE 2025-3248 in the internet-facing Laneflow server. Then they did the credential harvest, which they stole the cloud credentials and LLM API keys stored in Laneflow. In the lateral movement, they used the stolen creds to move to the MySQL production database and running off the Alibaba Nakos platform. And then the exploitation was they used 2021 They used 2021 I'm getting tongue-tied today. They used 2021 authentication bypass flaw in Nakos to gain admin access. Encryption was they encrypted 1,342 database configuration items and key destruction, deleted the decryption key, payment would not restore the data, and the ransom note. Left ransom demand recovery impossible, even with payment.
Yikes.
It's getting scary out here, man.
I'm telling you, these agents, learn how to build them, learn how to protect them.
Like, I know they was like, hang on, where is that? I can't find it no more. But yeah, man, that's scary stuff. But it's just kind of, you know, all the stuff with Mythos and everything else. It's just the fact that, hey.
Oh, we didn't even talk about how Fable had got.
I saw the
free
Fable
votes.
5. Yeah.
Quickly. Shut it down.
Yeah. It's going to be this cat and mouse game. Who can give the most? Like, we had a whole bunch of topics I didn't even put up there. Like, OpenAI only offered, like, the U.S. like a 5% stake. And then, you know, people want more into the company. So, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I try to not make it, like, super drawn out, and I want us to have fun with some of this other stuff. Now,
I'm the president of the fun club. Did you know that?
The what?
I'm the president of the fun club.
Have you ever been in the Turtle Club?
Turtle.
Let's go into... this is one of the ones you had, so let me find this. Okay, it's only 50 seconds.
Tiki-taki.
U.S. companies are hiring up to 20% less compared to 2019, according to LinkedIn. So here are some of the majors with the biggest drop in hiring: communications and journalism, business and marketing. And take a look at number 2 and number 1, computer and information sciences and engineering. Of course, we're all thinking about AI and the emergence of that. Sure. But, you know, I wanted to bring this up because this has happened. If you look back historically in this country, there's always these moments, whether it's the Great Depression, the Great Recession, the dot-com boom, or even when it comes to COVID. Like, there's always this correlation to what majors you should be focused on and where you might have to pivot if that is your focus from an educational standpoint. So always be willing to call an audible, as we say in football, especially if you're paying attention to what's happening in this country economically.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a wide receiver. Let me go back to.
The name of the degrees.
So he said it was marketing. You got CIS, interdisciplinary studies, and communication and journalism. Yeah, I can see how a lot of those are being impacted and 20% down. I think one of the reasons why is just some people just not leaving jobs. People are staying longer when it comes to working at different places, in my opinion.
I don't think that you should necessarily get so discouraged that you're like, okay, I'm not going to do this. But I think that you need to know what's going on and have a game plan on how you plan to stand out versus just kind of going with the traditional path and the traditional flow, because things are very, very untraditional at this time. So don't get discouraged if you got a CIS degree or you're going to get an engineering degree, but do think, what else can I do in addition with this to help make me stand out as a better candidate?
Yeah, I could say they read the numbers. Like I said, my little brother just got his CIS degree.
He got a job?
He got his first job. It's entry level. But I think that's too, like hiring, what are they going to? I think the nuances in that is definitely different, because I've been seeing the people that's either doing software engineering or whatever complaining. And some of the stuff will backfire. Like, matter of fact, did you see that Ford had to hire them people back?
Yep. Actually, didn't they hire like some folks that had retired?
I don't know. Now,
I did see something along those lines, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually would have made a good topic to talk about.
How humble you got to be to call them people back.
Hopefully they gave him more money too.
Yeah.
Because like, why you fired me in the first place? Because you're gonna spend more money on these tokens than you did with me.
Ooh, the tokens is crazy.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's interesting. I would probably say the people who maybe might be new grads or something like that. If you've been struggling in the market, let us know down below and get with us on that for the most part. Now, I wanted to, that's not what I need. I wanted to talk about actually a fun one. Let me quit all those. And it was one about black and brown people. I'm going to just say black people, because I don't know why they be trying to say black and brown. I don't know who they consider when they say black and brown. Just say black. Say everybody else. For real. Because, I mean, I don't know if you're considering you talking about Hispanics or you talking about other people that's brown, when everybody don't operate the same in corporate. So that's kind of how I feel about when they try to say, oh, black and brown people.
Black and brown people have no place in corporate America because we're not cowards.
A little bit Asian, right?
Let me explain. Cowards run corporate America. And the problem is that if you're black or brown, you were raised to speak your mind, don't lie to people, have strength and courage and perseverance. And all of these virtues are amazing for just being a good human being. But corporate America is mediocre. They're cowards. They don't want strength. They say they do. They say they want people to speak the truth. But if you do, you are now their enemy because you're exposing mediocrity. And the way that we were raised, like the culture, we would never betray people. We would never stab someone in the back. And all of them in corporate America will do that. And so we're looked at as a threat inside the system. And not enough people are talking about this. And the only way we can make change is by us being fed up, like enough is enough. And for me, I had a 20-year career in financial services, and it was great for the first 80%, but the last 20%, I just wasn't going to conform to them. And I decided to leave and become an author, and I wrote a book on this called The Corporate Coward, available on Amazon. But I'm realizing I don't know if black and brown people are going to be able to have amazing careers because we're not going to sell out. Sure, maybe some of us will, right? But the ones who are like true, like holding down to their core of how they were raised, it's not going to work out for us in corporate America. And I think we just need to talk about this more. Send this to somebody in corporate America that is from the culture that has just had enough, right? Enough roadblocks, enough drama. And again, I'm not throwing shade on people who are white that are not cowards, right? I'm just speaking higher up in the hierarchies of corporate America is filled with cowards, and it's just very hard for Black and brown people to excel in that environment because we're not them, and we never will be.
Okay. I don't like how we always give this rap that everybody that's Black has a horrible experience in the corporate world, because it's not the case. Now, do we have a lot more things that we're facing? Yes, but is everybody that's Black struggling, having a hard time, don't have good corporate experiences? No.
I think so. I don't think that's what his angle was. I think he was focusing on the majority. So I think
The majority is still a lot.
Yeah, but I think it is if we had and you might can even ask Claude this. It might know the answer. If you was to ask Claude right now, hey, how many CISOs are of African American descent? If you was to ask that right now, let's see what percentage it give us.
I can't even spell.
And what he was getting at was the people who have to work for mediocre leadership. And we know that these people are mediocre. We work with these people who've been in places 20, 15 years, and they trash. And they purposely put you through a gauntlet or make your interview harder than it's supposed to be just not to hire you. Or they can nitpick any one little thing not to hire you, then the person that they hired is a person that's not better than you. Because if I go back, and you can watch it after this if you want to, but the one I did with Bryson, I was already reacting to it in the video saying, hey, I had already qualified him pretty much like, hey, people I know ain't no scrubs. They done did this, and this. And shortly after that, he had qualified himself what he was saying all his background was. So I was like, that's typical. It's like I do want to say, if I'm gonna be honest, I think since old boy been in office, I think stuff has been a little bit rougher when it's come to interviewing. And they're not really being way for protect candidates. Like I stated, why does one no got to mean no for everybody? How do you know that person wasn't biased or was on some BS? It's why I said companies love to use them little bots when it comes to recording your interviews and getting feedback. Hey, let's figure out how we update the bot so we can make sure the bots is checking how you look on camera and see if you're not being discriminating against people. Let's see your face and look what you like. If you turn your camera off, why you turned your camera off? Like all those different things it plays into. Or, like he said, if you speak your mind, which there's a tactful way to do it, but you probably will get labeled to be a troublemaker, hard to work with. I reacted to a video of the young lady stating how she just got fired from a law firm job, and they were trying to say she was difficult to work with. But really, she was just holding the people accountable because they kept on trying to put stuff on her that wasn't her fault. So every time somebody would ask her to do something, she would start screenshotting it. Or when they would try to call her on Teams or something, she would record it because people was trying to make it like she was the one dropping the ball to the point where they let her go, and she had so much documentation to where she actually said she used ChatGPT for the strategy and she got a payout. But I think that's what he was referring to because he said he had a decent career in corporate and finance for a while as well. So I don't think he was talking about the people who are being successful. I think he was just talking about how in the basis, and we also talking about like think about there are certain orgs that are better to work at versus most orgs when it comes to actual diverse. Like if I could just take it off of being black, like we just talk about like diverse teams and leadership. Like it's rare to see. Like you're gonna.
It says 6.8% of CISOs identified as Black or African American.
Exactly. Now, somebody is going to say, well, it's not that many people that went to school for this. And I'm going to say, BS. I'm also on all them leaders. If they did hire somebody, I bet they're more qualified than the person that's running it. Mm-hmm. And so that's my thing. I was like, I found it's okay to do the IC stuff, but I found out when you really want to probably try to make changes org-wise, culture-wise, it's so hard when you ain't got the complexion for the protection. I found that out for myself, firsthand knowledge. And that is a sucky part of just doing it. And it's not no woe is me thing. It's just literally calling it like how you see it. Because everybody will say, oh, woe is me, or you crying. Nobody crying. You just kind of, when you know what it is, you just you accept it and say it is what it is and go on about your day. And you try to start strategizing how you're going to move a different way that you know that what you thought you would have been able to do 10 years ago, you know
do
that
now.
that's not going to be your thing. So that's when you say, okay, I'm going to pivot. I need to build out my network, and I need to figure out how I can start working for myself and leverage this based on what they do and all this other stuff and why you don't get a shot. Because it definitely, I did interviews before with people, whether it's been, especially it used to kill me sometimes when it would be like white women. I'm just keeping it being. And I go look at their experience. I was like, we've been in about the same amount of time. How did they get these opportunities and I didn't? Yeah, somebody can say that's hate. It's definitely hate because I'm wondering how were you able to do that and not have to do this brick by brick shit? And that's the kind of stuff where you start getting mad. It's like, this ain't adding up, bro. What you put out to get in? I'm just playing. I've met some good managers, but I'm just saying for real. But no, man. I definitely. What he said the name of that book was? Corporate something.
I don't remember. Whatever term he used.
I should write me a book.
You should.
Well, I do. I got my ebook. I need to read. I'm updating it actually for 2026, just to make sure whatever I said in there still lines up from 2021. Okay, this is your video. Let me find it.
I actually came forth with, a couple TikToks this time.
I saw Miss Privacy was looking for you.
I was a favorite in them. Does she live here?
I don't know her.
I thought you did.
I mean, I think she followed both of us. So I mean, I think I do, but I don't. I was like, you kind of know somebody from like they was on you, but I don't know them like that. But I was like, yeah, she ain't been tapped in. I was like, look at you posting some pre-recording stuff.
You know what I mean? It was late. Better late than never, though.
Mm-hmm. This is why I said what I said about Emma Grede. Because in this article, it talks about how Deloitte and Zoom are reducing their benefits. Specifically, they're reducing the amount of weeks of paid family leave. They are reducing the amount of PTO. And one of them is getting rid of the $50,000 stipend that they gave for IVF. So when I made that video about Emma Grede, I said, hey, there's nothing wrong with saying like, hey, you need to be visible to move forward in your career. But like, we also need to talk about the conditions that make that very, very hard for women. And I think I quoted a study in that video about how most people in general do not have access to paid family leave. And before y'all get in my comments saying, oh, it's okay, FMLA is unpaid, babes. FMLA is unpaid. These are paid benefits that the companies were providing that they're no longer providing. The other point I want to make is that I think these companies are using AI as an excuse to just get rid of a bunch of shit. And whether that is because their AI budgets are being blown out from token maxing, or maybe it's because they're trying to right size from overhiring in the pandemic, whatever it is, it seems like there's a get out of jail free card that companies are trying to capitalize on by saying, oh, everything is just too expensive. AI is expensive. So let's get rid of benefits. And in this article, they also talked about how they're trying to do so without impacting recruiting. But the most harmful part about this is that when big companies do this, usually everybody else follows thereafter. And so my concern is that we are about to see this domino effect of reduced benefits, but higher expectations of output because of AI. And we should all be very, very concerned.
That was yours. So what did you feel about that?
I felt sad. I did. I felt sad because people already don't. Most people, especially folks that are not in big tech, they do get a certain amount of vacation. This whole unlimited vacation thing.
It's a scam.
But it does not apply for a vast majority of people in the world. And so let's just say you got 20 days. Now we're talking about what? You're going to get 15 days now? 10? I don't know we don't know the numbers, but the fact that we're not providing more moments of relief when folks need them. Times are harder. Families, kids, just pets. There's so many different things. Benefits. People are paying for these benefits out of their own pockets, and those premiums just keep increasing. It's awful. It's terrible, and I just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, funny enough, when you were talking about PTO. Unlimited PTO is a scam too, because most companies, if you've got unlimited PTO, that means when you leave, they don't have to pay you for what you didn't use. So that's where it's like the pro is okay, cool, because most people are scared to take off. Shoot, when I had unlimited PTO, I was definitely taking off.
I have it, and I don't really take that much time off for real.
Well, I think your job is a little bit different. Like for me, like as long as my stuff, I didn't have deliverables. My stuff was more operations based. But if you have deliverables, as long as they are knocked out beforehand, I think shoot is fine. Shoot, take off a week every month if you got to. Shoot, take off every Friday if you can. Like, why not? You gave it unlimited. Like if at the point you got to force them to say.
And then I think about like when I was working in like customer service and like those type of jobs, and just the already little amount of vacation that I got. And let's just say I'm a girl who got to go to the doctor.
Sick time and PTO.
And I'm a girl who need to go to the dentist, and I need to go to the eye doctor. Those are 3. Who said I can get that done in one day? Blessings on you if you can, but that might be 3 separate visits. Mm-hmm. Don't let me just get sick. And that's
don't let them not be not next to each other.
You know what I'm saying? And so just thinking about those small moments, or your baby graduating, right? You got to take that off. Can you even take it off?
Don't even remind me. Don't even say nothing about
is it a blackout period?
Don't even say nothing about graduation. You know I didn't make either one, except my brothers.
Oh, I didn't know you didn't make both.
Yeah, remember I had to lay over in ATL.
I do remember that.
So I didn't get back until morning time, and her graduation was already over. And then the thing hit me on the highway, so I didn't make it to Shreveport for that one.
I do remember that one.
So
Okay, yeah.
I didn't make Natalie's or
Claire's. But I'm just like, imagine if you had to take that time off. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I feel for that, I don't know, whatever class we want to call that. I feel for them because they're the ones that are going to get hit hard. Our middle class folks here, and they're the ones that are going to suffer.
Yeah, and this is the key. This is why you do find companies that have great benefits. So,
and that's why you get to be picky and choosy and specific in your strategies to target those companies that you do know have the good benefits and the things that will help make your life a lot easier and your family's lives. IVF is real.
Listen, before I left Goldman Sachs, they was also Zelly was born right before I started. So they were trying to get me on before she was born, because the recruiter was like, if we can get you to start before she was born in September.
They got 6 months parental leave. And that's some of the best that I done heard.
He was like, I was trying to get on. Yeah. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to use this. I'm like, cause listen, 6 months so long.
6 months is a long time.
You can find you a whole other job.
Do you know that some people get off like a week or 2?
Yeah.
Not even
the company at the time.
6 weeks, because you're supposed to take 6 weeks to recover as a woman per your doctor, right? But you might not even have those full 6 weeks off.
Yeah, because you got to think about it too. A lot of women, when they are dealing with this, some of them scared of being fired, so they're trying to get to work as fast as can.
And I was just gonna say, and some of them are even scared to tell the job that they're pregnant.
Yeah. I think I had 4 or 6 weeks at the current company, the company I was at before Goldman Sachs. But then,
and then also too, you have to remember, like, you're a man too, so the men, the paternity, they
don't really care.
But it's always less, is what I'm saying. It's always less than what a woman would get, being that she's carrying. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Josh had 3 months, so that was like perfect. I was like, dang, I got to go back. But no. I don't know.
Were you able to like spread it out?
If I wanted to.
Yeah.
I took it out straight through.
Back to back.
Like if I was still at Goldman, I would have spread it out. I would have 3 months here and 3 months towards the end of it. Because you kind of use it before the year's up.
Yep.
So I would have took off. If it had been me, I would have took off October, November, December. Well, I would have took off through my birthday, March, April, May, and then the end.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I'm back.
Refreshed too.
Mm-hmm. I think let me see. The last one is one of yours. Well,
it's that one.
It's the picture that you sent me.
But I'm glad you found the OG, because I didn't find it. Yeah. I didn't even.
And we can go to. You can go. I guess you probably got a favorite. You can read after this. You can read what he said back to the people.
Find it.
Let me change the play speed. All I've been seeing on my TikTok is sweetness and people saying, "Let's do this, Johnny."
have found it.
Okay, here you go.
I just came back from the worst interview I've ever had. And can someone please tell me if I'm in the wrong? Because I literally hung up the call mid-interview. I said, we're done here. So for context, I was interviewing for a biotech Y Combinator startup. And the first red flag that happened, even before the interview started, was the interviewer was 7 minutes late. I said, okay, whatever, we're all late sometimes, it doesn't matter that much. I continued with the interview with a smile. I didn't care at that point. We basically did a systems design round. Here was the systems design question. Let's say you have a data set of around 10,000 images, maybe around 15 megabytes in total. Now, this data set has images that are corrupt, they have irrelevant images, and they have images where the subject isn't in the frame. So as a concrete example, let's say you have a raw data set of dog images. You want to perform some sort of transformation, some sort of cleaning to get a cleaned data set of dog images that are within the frame. The technical constraints, we have one EC2 instance with 16 megabytes of RAM and 4 CPUs. And just so we're very clear, this is a really simple question. I mean, I've literally trained convolutional neural networks that had over 100,000 images. I trained them from scratch. So I thought this was a very easy question. So I said, okay, let's just start with the basics. I'm like, we're going to create a worker that pulls from S3. We're going to take the average size of the images to compute an ideal batch size. Then I said for each image in the dataset, we're going to perform a deterministic validation, making sure the image is an ideal image that actually opens. And then we're going to use some model to see if the image has the criteria we want. We can use something simple like Gemini 3 Flash. It's really good and really cheap. Finally, for checkpointing, because it's a simple one-off job, we're not running it all the time, we can just put a small volume storage on the EC2 instance and just say what batch we're on the disk. This was my proposed solution, right? And someone correct me if I'm wrong. Is this a bad solution? Will this not work? Is this extremely expensive? Someone correct me if I'm wrong, because the interviewer had a problem with every single thing I said. The first problem he had with the LLM image API, he's like, oh, that's going to be too expensive. Why would we use the LLM image API? You know, that's wrong. That's wrong. I'm like, all right, bro, I didn't realize $70 was out of budget. Sure, let's drop the LLM API. Let's use a different model, a supervised learning model. He's like, what kind of supervised learning model specifically? What do you mean by that? What do you mean? I'm like, you can use any supervised learning model. You can go on Hugging Face, find an open source model, and just use that on Hugging Face Cloud. This is not like the main problem. You can use a ResNet, a convolutional neural network, something simple. But that's not the only thing he had a problem. He's like, okay, what about the checkpointing? Why are we running a volume storage for this checkpointing? It doesn't make any sense. I'm like, using a block volume for checkpointing is fairly standard. This is not like a crazy off-the-cuff solution. This is like a standard way of doing this. Then he's like, oh, you can keep the checkpointing on your local computer, and then you can SSH it into the machine. You don't really need a volume storage. I'm talking about the solution that makes the most sense. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't know.
Oh my God.
What the fuck would you keep a checkpoint on your local computer?
Hang on, because he going crazy.
He went sick.
Hang on, where is
He went sick.
he going crazy? I gotta go back and find him. Here we go. Because
He went sick.
Cents per gigabyte. What are you talking about? Finally, he's like, all right, now put your solution into Claude Code and then see what Claude Code thinks of your solution. And Claude Code thought my solution was fine. You know, it said a ResNet is overkill. There are CPU-based models that might be a better fit for this task. It also said it challenged the assumption that the LLM APIs was too expensive. It said it's only $70 to $100, and it'll probably be a lot more accurate. So that's kind of an odd thing to say it's too expensive, which I already knew. And then for the checkpointing, it was like, you know, saving the checkpoint itself might be too fragile. Maybe you should instead use a manifest file. So I said, I agree with Claude here, actually. We don't need to use a simple checkpoint. It's only 10,000 images. We can use a manifest file. That's fine. This is where I might be wrong. So the interviewer was like, well, why would you use a manifest file? That doesn't make any actual sense. I'm like, a manifest file is basically free. I mean, 10,000 entries in a file, that's basically free. He's like, it's not free. We need the solution that makes the most sense. At this point, I stopped sharing my screen. I looked him in the eye. I said, I think we're done here. He looked shocked for 1 second, and then I hung up the call. My question to you guys is, what do you guys think of this interviewer? I mean, are you supposed to have a combative back and forth conversation with the interviewer? Was my solution really all that bad? Someone help me understand where I went wrong.
sounded good to me.
First of all, let me go to the original. So he emailed them after the interview, and he said, hi, blank, thank you for the opportunity to interview for blank. After careful consideration, I've decided to pursue other opportunities. If you'd like additional feedback, check out the video I made. And then he linked the TikTok and said, good luck with everything. But the reason why I shared that with him was because I'm just like, the frustration level of interviewing, of being treated poorly in an interview, of being ghosted, of being bamboozled, of being finessed, of being disrespected, of being treated with prejudice. People are sick of it. And you don't want to be the person that's given the interview that goes viral because you did something that was not in good standing to represent your company. Just like
What?
just like he didn't. If he would, God forbid, he would have put a clip in of how the conversation was going. He listed, or I think he hid who the company was, who he was interviewing.
Somebody
from.
probably figured it out.
Yeah, it's easy because he just covered it up. But just how easy it is for you to put yourself now at jeopardy. No, you're not supposed to do an interview and it be a combative thing. No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
He probably was feeling like this after Cloud agreed with him with most of the solution.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I'm like, bro, he was going in. Now, I definitely would have stopped it too, because I'm like, fam, I'm not here to argue with you.
Yeah, and it just creates a poor experience. Why would I want to work for you if this is how y'all treated me in the interview?
But so okay, prime example. I'm glad that he said that, because that is how my client said the CISO did her. Had a problem with everything they said. This or that. He asked her a question about something. She said, well, truthfully, I wouldn't be able to give you the best answer until I was in your environment for probably 1 to 3 months, because of the solution you asked me for is very specific and tailored based on what your company needs. Mm-hmm. And he was combating everything she said and acting like she was just bothering him and all the other whole bunch of stuff. I was like, so that reminded me of that. Like, you know what? The phone over there. I'm gonna let you read what she sent them people after the interview, because they gave her a rejection. I forgot what it was, but like, she read them their rights in so many words.
And that is becoming more of what people are doing, especially if they feel like they're being disrespected and their time is being wasted.
That's how I felt.
People are putting a lot of effort. Most people, especially good candidates, are putting a lot of effort into prepping for this interview to give you their best, you know?
Exactly. Especially, I know, I got mad one time. I was like, I knocked y'all assessment out the park. I talked to this dude, and then nothing back. I'm like, bro, y'all be having people waste their time. Like, I'm not the one.
And then it's yes, your time is wasted, but just think about emotionally. You don't have a job. I'm looking for a job.
Well, I think that dude had a job. I'm just talking about the people.
I'm talking about the people who don't.
Oh yeah, no, it's even worse. It's even worse for them.
Because you're getting your hopes up. This might be my moment. This might be for me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But I think we have made it to the end. I know we want to wrap up. I meant to do this in the beginning in some type of way. It's my fault because we don't have our stuff written over there. But we were supposed to briefly talk about the book signing.
Hey, how did you like it?
I think we all liked it.
I had a ball.
I liked the punch. The tequila punch was good. The food was good. I should have got some more food. I didn't want to be doggish up there.
You should have, because it was a lot of food.
Oh, see, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was trying to make sure everybody else got some.
No, it was more than enough food.
It was good. We got to see, your auntie is like your twin.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
How about you didn't meet my mom? That's what's crazy. I asked my mom, I was like, did you talk to HD? Because I was doing so much. She was like, no. I'm like, man, what?
Yeah, I didn't. I was
You probably didn't even know.
I didn't. I was over there. It was like we was kind of like all like mobbed up or whatever, like talking to everybody. We need to get your friend on the show.
She play all day.
No.
Who?
The one that I think he went to school with you.
Sean.
Yeah, I got to meet him and his wife. And his wife was from New Orleans. And he was talking about he had some job where he had a dog and a gun or something. I don't know.
Verizon.
Yeah. So I was like, we need him because he got some good stories.
He definitely done has some really different jobs in the tech space.
Yeah, and we were talking about we were all in agreement on like how them other people be messing our interviews up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Because sometimes these interviews get in the wrong hands. But no, it was great.
Did you smell the body oils?
Yeah, they smell great.
Thanks.
I meant the funny thing is
you gotta shout out my shirt, even though y'all can't see the back. The back is where the magic happens.
Why you just don't show them the shirt on camera?
I don't think they're gonna be able to see the back.
Yes, they will.
I don't think so. Let me try to turn around.
Like, how they not gonna see it?
I don't know. Can you see it?
Yeah, all you gotta do is just stand up. They'll see it.
Like up?
No, just like because the way is yeah, they can see it. Cyber security for the culture. They see it.
Yeah, y'all. And then, of course, books. But yeah, I had a ball. It was a dream come true. It couldn't have went any better, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It looked exactly how I wanted it to look. Everybody came, showed up, showed out. And, I just want to hear a little 1-2, and I'm good.
Yeah, DJ was good. Cameraman was good. Yeah, it was a good time. It was like, I was mad because my GPS was taking me like stupid ways. I'm like, bro, I don't need to go that way. Like, I literally could have.
Yeah, because you be knowing how to get around.
I literally could have just came like I came here and just hit Spring Creek and went all the way down. And so I was like, oh no, that's cool. But yeah, enjoyed it. Got back. I think everybody was asleep when I got back, so that was perfect.
I'm so happy that weekend's over. It was a lot.
I can tell.
It was a lot, for real.
I can tell. Everybody's popping balloons. Pop, pop, pop,
I
pop,
was
pop, pop.
wore out. I just stopped being wore out like 2 days ago, for real.
I bet. I was over there hitting the cane Wayne with it and everything. And y'all probably had the after party after that.
We did. Yeah. And then I had the nerve enough to go to brunch the next day too, and be out for Sunday Fun Day.
What's
all
funny,
day.
I forgot, but I had actually meant to ask you. We could have went to that place that's right there. It's closed down right now since they're not open at this time. Another Broken Egg. And I was like, I meant to say, did you want to go to Another Broken Egg before we recorded? But I forgot because I was busy.
I haven't been there in so long.
Me
I miss
either.
being over here. What's the whistle britches? I could have settled for some whistle britches, but I haven't had them since I stopped eating meat. So I don't know what I would get because I know a lot of their stuff is chicken based, like fried chicken. But
they got.
But I'm gonna tell you the truth. It does not matter though, because their food is off the chain
They be hit or miss.
and their drinks.
It depends. They be hit or miss.
I like their
The
mimosas.
biscuits be good.
Yeah, the cornbread's good.
Yeah. Before we go, let me double check and see if anybody left us a.
Are you a jelly and biscuits?
Yes, I am.
Cause I don't play that.
I like syrup too.
Nah, that gravy. I don't play gravy. I don't like no gravy for real like that. Especially because they be putting little pork and beans and all that type of stuff in it.
Okay, nah, we didn't get no voicemails. Okay. So, guys, we are out of here until we see you next time. What they say on the flip side?
Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
In the words of my kid's speech teacher, see ya.